Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right. Testing 1 2 3. 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 The World Series. They split in Cincinnati, and now here in Minnesota, it will be game number 3, as Cincinnati has a 1-1 game, and Minnesota 1-1 game. They split, as it is now Cincinnati and Minnesota, but this time in the Metrodome. Cincinnati won the last game 5-0, and Kirby Puckett still remains the only player on Minnesota with RBIs. Barry Larkin getting ready, and we're ready to go as this is Frank Viola. He's coming out to the mound. He's ready to go for game number 3. This should be a good one. The World Series, game number 3. The winner goes up 2-1. We'll be back. There's Frank. I mean, his whip is great. 078. He does give up hard hits, though. Not many runs, but he will give up the home run. And we're about ready to go. As here's Barry Larkin, 765 OPS. No home runs, 4 RBI. First on the Reds. And Viola again, we're ready. And look at the win expectancy. Minnesota, the home field advantage already going to be there. It's going to be 1-0. Cincinnati, nothing. Minnesota, nothing. Top of the first. And that's going to be down below, fouled away. 1-1 to Barry Larkin. He's hitting .308 in the postseason here in the Metrodome. 2-1 now. Frank Viola and Jose Rio. Jose Rio will be the pitcher for Cincinnati. We're tied at 1 here, and that'll be 2-2. Frank Viola. This will be the 5th pitch to Barry Larkin. Struck him out, and that's going to be 1 out. That was a curve from 77 miles an hour, and 1 out as Larkin will sit down. Watch this, up and down here in game number 3. Now Chris Sabo will come up. Good night there. And here's Chris Sabo. He's hitting .164, but he's had some important at-bats in the last couple games. That's going to be a strike there, Sabo. You can see he has that single shot. The 1 home run, but he's hitting .164, the 0-1 to Sabo. And that's going to be outside 1-1 with 1 out. Last game 2 for 4. And you saw that double and 2 RBI. He picked his average up a little bit. It's going to be 1-2. Viola starting really well here. His 9th pitch will be on the ground as we say that. 2-2. With 1 out. The pitch, he'll be on the ground. Gagné to Urbeck, and that's going to be 2 outs. Larkin, Sabo, Daniels. Davis is Saski. O'Neill, Durham, Diaz, and Waster. 9 home runs in the postseason for Cincinnati. Toronto at 21, and they lost. But they're a very doubles hitting team, and Daniels down 255. bring his average up. That'll be fouled away, 0-1. Can see 6 RBI here in the World Series, game number 3. Oh, what a big game, a big day this is. A swing and a miss here. The winner will be up 2-1. That in itself will be big in this series, and that'll be fouled back again. I don't know if they're going to have the... You will remember some of the games went crazy long, and that'll be a strikeout. Viola's looking good. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. Cincinnati hasn't even had a chance to get on. So here's Jose Rio. Same thing, but is low ERA, medium ERA. But he does give up a lot of hits, and 17 total in 13 innings. Base runners. And here's Dan Gladden to start off. An outside ball 1. Last 9 games, he scored 8 runs. He's had a terrible World Series. And that's going to be to left field. Is it going to be fair or foul? It's going to be foul. Right on the trash bags. It'll be 1-1. 1-1. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning. It'll be on the ground and a base hit, and Glad gets on his first base hit of the World Series, and it comes at home. Well, Cincinnati's going to have to do something that the St. Louis Cardinals didn't do and the Atlanta Braves didn't do. None of them won in the Metrodome. So here's Tommy Herr, bottom of the first inning. Oh, they're going to steal second. Good throw. It is out. And they get Dan Glad, and that's going to be 1 out. That's why you can't do this. Oh, that was close. That one was close. Here's Tommy Herr, 0-1 now with 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss there. It'll be 0-2. Herr was 0 for 3 in the last game. The 0-2. It's going to be inside 1-2. The 1-2. Oh, that could have been the end of the inning, and they didn't do it. Let's see if that hurts. Now the 2-2, not the end of the inning, but it would have been 2 outs. High, and that is a base hit. So he gets on. A little bit of eye raising right there. Could have easily been a strike 3, and that's going to be a base hit. So here comes Kirby. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. They go back, and there's the guy waving a towel. My goodness. So Puckett now 241. And that's going to be a strike down low. 3 home runs, first on the Twins for Puckett. He's really picked it up. I mean, he was under 100 at a time whenever it was batting averages. And it'll be 1-1. Last 5 games, 8 for 20. High ball 2. 2-1 with 1 out. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and bottom of the first inning. That'll be up, and it hit Rio right in the elbow. He's going to pick it up, and that'll be safe at first, and 2 on in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out. Hit him right in the back. Watch this, hit him right in the back. Right there. Still picked it up and threw to first. So a little bit of help there, and now there's 2 on with 1 out. You never know, Cincinnati had a big early innings the last time. And Hrbek, it'll be 1-0. 9 RBI, he's first on the Twins. The first baseman, Ken Hrbek. The 1-0, and it's going to be, I've been there before. 0 for 4 the last game with a strikeout. Yeah, I've been there before. Umpiring a big game and then you just get worried. More though, it was in the summer, so it wasn't like varsity baseball. Though in Arizona, I did a lot of really good baseball. Ken Hrbek now hitting 250. The 2-1, this will be on the ground, and it's knocked down. Will he pick it up? And he will get Hrbek. It's going to be 2 outs. That's big. So Esaski knocked it down, and Rio covered first. You have Gladden, Puckett, Hrbek, Gaetti, Bush, Larkin, Laudner, and Gagne. With Gagne the only one hitting under 200. Bottom of the first inning, 2 outs now. And now this is big to Gary Gaetti. They're going to pitch around him. And that's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. With 10 RBI, say he's first on the Twins. So Gaetti now the 1-0. And that's going to be a little tapper. Rio picks it up. They end the inning. Jose Rio gets out of it. We go to the second. It's 0-0. Three hits, and they didn't score a run in 1 inning. That's hard to do, really. Here's Eric Davis now. Top of the second inning. And that'll be a strike to Davis. Well, I'll tell you. 1, that'll be a swing and a miss. 0-2. 212. Average. Davis again, and they call that one strike 3. And that's going to be Viola's 3rd strikeout out of 4 batters. Good night. And here's Esaski. Nick Esaski in first base. And that'll be a swing and a miss there. First on the Reds. He's hitting 224. There's another swing and a miss. 1 for 3, a home run, and 2. The 0-2. Be 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. That'll be fouled back. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. That's another strikeout. 4 out of 5 have struck out, and Viola's looking good. Wow, they're really getting to him, and here's Paul O'Neill. Really getting to him. And that's going to be high ball 1. O'Neill has been falling. Good. I mean, every so often he'll be sporadic. The 1-0 here with 2 outs. Top of the second inning. That'll be O'Neill. He'll foul it back. Last game he was 0 for 3. I don't think in a series he's had a good series. The 1-1. That's going to be down below, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And it'll be 3-1. 3-1 to Paul O'Neill. Top of the second inning. And that'll be on the ground. Hrbek will pick it up, and they'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Minnesota's looking better this game, but it's still 0-0. Bush, Larkin, and Laudner. As we go to the bottom of the second inning. And here's Randy Bush, and that's going to be a base hit. The 4th of the day for Minnesota. They're really pounding Jose Rio. Remember, Cincinnati looked so good last game. Minnesota was terrible. 3-hit shutout, and they lost. Here's Gene Larkin now. Larkin is now hitting 7th, and Larkin again, and a base hit. They've got to start scoring here. But Randy Bush is on second, only with 56 speed. Now here's Tim Laudner. He flipped. And bottom of the second inning, and Rio down low 1-0. So fourth on the Twins, and OPS on base plus slugging. That'll be a strike there. 0 for 3 last game with a strikeout. There were a lot of donuts in the last game. Bottom of the second inning, Minnesota's had pressure both innings. And that'll be a strike, 2 strikes there. So Laudner the 1-2. No, 2-2. I mean, you always, a lot of managers will play small ball. And that's going to be a strikeout. Laudner goes down. And they're wondering whether it was a strike or not. Now you talk, I mean, there were no controversy on that. Here's Gagne. 1 out, and that'll be low ball 1. Both people using the sides of the strike zone. And now low 2-0. 2-0. 3-0. They might walk Gagne. Gladden's on deck. Gladden is 1 for 1. He got caught stealing the last time he was up. And that's going to be a strike. Van Rio. This is big. 2 on, 1 out. Greg Gagne, bottom of the second, the 3-1, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Minnesota keeps pressuring. They can't get anyone in. The 3-2 with 1 out. To Gagne, and they walk him. Now the bases are loaded. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the bases are loaded. Here he is, Dan Gladden, and now he wants to get more. He had a great postseason until the World Series against Boston and Toronto, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Randy Bush in sacrifice position. Bush, Larkin, and Gagne, though it is not guaranteed if there's a fly ball. The 0-1 and down low, 1-1. Dixon, Summers, Gil Ferguson, and Joe McDonald. Umpires in Dixon. Carl Dixon is at home plate. It'll be 2-1. He walks Gladden. It's 1-0 Twins. 2-1. He just had his first walk. 1 out. This could be a pivotal moment, and that'll be on the ground and a base hit. That's going to score 1. They're going to throw home. They're going to just hold 1. It's 1-0 Twins. And that was big. Dan Gladden is 2 for 2, and he's making it up now. He is 2 for 2. And the bases are loaded. And this is MV. Good to see you. A strike. It is the Reds and the Twins. That is it. The Reds, they beat the Dodgers and they beat the Mets. 2 division winners from 1988. And the Twins, they beat the Boston Red Sox and they beat the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, that's a tip. That should be too easy. What the heck are they doing? What an error. He's safe, and that was the biggest error I've ever seen in my life. That would have ended the inning had he gone to first. That's an error. That's a big error. Oh, they should have gone to first. They had everybody. I don't know. They might have not got somebody on first, but they went home. That was an odd play. They go to second. The throw second, and they got him, and we end second base. And yes, the Jays blew it. Yeah, they did. They're up 3-2. Minnesota's really playing this game very well. And here's Durham. So the Jays led 3-2, and the Jays lost the game 11-2. Game 6, they lost 11-2. And then they lost Game 7, 3-0, with Gene Larkin, all 3 RBIs. So top of the 3rd inning, Minnesota 2, Cincinnati nothing. And that's going to be fouled away. It'll be now 0-2. Top of the 3rd, the 0-2. That's going to be outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out, another strikeout for Viola. A 5th strikeout.
Batting it, the catcher, Diaz.
And that's going to be 1-2 pitch. Yep, he swung at that. Rear of the 4 were balls. It should have been 3-1. And now they're panicking. Here's Diaz now. And Diaz on the ground and foul, 0-1. Viola has been pitching a great game. Rio hasn't. Top of the 3rd inning, Cincinnati is just looking. That's going to be fouled back, 0-2. You wonder who's going to be the one that breaks his perfect game up. The 0-2 with 1 out. And that'll be what happened there. Hit the ground and just went away, 1-2. That'll be fouled back, 2-2. No, 1-2, sorry. What am I thinking? 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Struck him out. That's another strikeout. My goodness. Number 6. Number 6 for Viola. Oh, wow. Good night. And here is Ron Waster. 400 in the series. Nobody's got on for the Reds. And down low, ball 1. He doesn't play every day, but with a 400 average, they're going to need something in here, top of the 3rd. And that'll be a strike, 1-1. 2 for 2 with a walk in the last game for Waster. The 1-1, top of the 3rd. And that'll be Waster to right, and Waster, and that'll be caught by Randy Bush. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Puckett, Urbeck, Gaetti, we love it. Your Minnesota Twins. So here's Kirby, 1 for 1, single in the 1st inning. Jose Rio having trouble here in the bottom of the 3rd. Minnesota 2, Cincinnati nothing. It's not bad right now. It really isn't. But I'll tell you what, if they... That'll be fouled off quickly, 0-2. The first game was close, the second one wasn't. And it'll be 1-2. 1-1 here in the series. Minnesota 2, Cincinnati nothing. And that'll be fouled away again. Thing is about baseball, it could be really close in every game. It's like 5-1, 6-0. People pull away at the end. Puckett to 1-2 and nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd, and that'll be a hard hit and a base hit. He's 2 for 2. Puckett is white hot now. White hot. And here's Ken Hrbek. He's 0 for 1. 1 on, nobody out. That'll be down low, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And that's going to be a strike there, 1-1. Last 10 games, 297. And that'll be fouled it away, 1-2. Cincinnati just went through their lineup. They didn't look good, but it doesn't mean that they don't go through and pull it out in the later innings. But they will never have that. If Minnesota comes around and scores, it makes it 4-5-0. 3-2 now. And Gaetti will be on deck. Hrbek now. Bottom of the 3rd. High pop fly. They got him. Asaski's underneath. And he'll make the catch, 1 out. MB, good to see you. Always good. And maybe later on in this year I'll do a Cricket World Cup or something. But I want to do football. I got Texas and Nebraska tonight. That'll be really good. That'll be an 8 o'clock game. That'll be really good. Down low, 1-1 with 1 out. That'll be 2-1. Minnesota 2, Cincinnati nothing. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. That's going to be Gaetti, and that's a base hit, and there it goes. Let's see. O'Neill will get it. They'll throw home. Are they going to try it? No, they won't. Second and third with 1 out. They could blow this game wide open, and then we're just going to be clicking through the rest of it. They're on the verge of doing that. Right on the trash bags. And here's Randy Bush, 1 out. Oh, this is big. And that'll be Bush. He fouls it off, 0-1. Jose Rios not doing a good job at all. The 0-1. And that'll be 1-1. Oh, how big this moment is right now. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Low. It'll be 2-1. 2-1. 3-1. They already have 8 hits, Minnesota. 2 runs on 8 hits. And that'll be 3-2. If they walk Bush, then they will have the bases loaded. They could end it with a double play. High and fouled it off. Rio needs the oomph to get it by him and get the out. Already 62 pitches. Struck him out, and there's 2 outs. Cincinnati's barely holding back the water from this dam. And he knew it. He puts the ball in play. It could be 3-0. And here's Gene Larkin, 1 for 1. That'll be 1-0, a single and a run for Larkin. Been really good since that 7th game of the ALCS. And maybe not here. High underneath Eric Davis. And Minnesota had a chance and they blew it. They blew it. They had the chance. We go to the 4th. Larkin, Sabo, and Daniels. And now Barry Larkin. Struck out in the 1st inning. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Minnesota. Fouled back there, 0-1. 2 for 3 and 2 singles. Hard hit, and this will be Gagne to Hrbek, 1 out. Gagne to Hrbek and 1 out. Look at this, though. I mean, there you go. They're only down 2-0. Look at that. He threw the ball 117 feet at 92 miles an hour. Here's Chris Sabo. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a strike. Grounded out in the 1st inning. Hard to believe, really. That'll be outside, 1-1. So Chris Sabo has really picked it up the last couple games, especially yesterday. Swing and a miss there. Viola's having a game for the ages. 1-2 with 1 out. High pop fly. Puckett is going to be underneath. Tommy Herr was running initially. He said, no way. And that'll be 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Cal Daniels, he struck out in the 1st inning. Daniels is 0 for 1. Oh, look at this. Cal Daniels to right field. It is back, and it's gone. It's a home run. It's 2-1. It is fair, and Cal Daniels breaks up the perfect game with the home run. His first of the playoffs, and it's now 2-1. How is that? Frank Viola look unbeatable, and Cincinnati with one swing of the bat has cut the lead in half. It was 2-0. Minnesota has 8 hits. Cincinnati has 1, and it's only 2-1. Barely fair though, and it took everybody by surprise. Oh, look how fair it is. By inches. And 2 outs in the 4th. Here's Eric Davis. That'll be a ball there. 2-1. Unbelievable. And it is a little bit more silent, as it'll be the 1-0 and inside 2-0. I've seen this before. Perfect game. And somebody launches one, they fall to pieces. For Viola, at least there's 2 outs. He has a little bit to think. High pop fly. Center field, and Kirby Puckett is underneath, and he'll make the catch. Cal Daniels. If you're Cincinnati, you're getting a little hope. Look at 8-1 in hits, but only 2-1 in the game. Tim Laudner, bottom of the 4th inning.
The catcher, number 15.
Struck out in his 2nd inning. Laudner is the catcher. He hasn't been having a good postseason. That's why they moved him to 8th. And that's going to be that was a weird call, and the fans boo. 0-1, and it'll be 1-1 now. Jose Rio trying to get a 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight. He has really struggled. It's just that they haven't scored against him really that much. 2-1, it'll be 3-1. Gagne is on deck. And Jose Rio might walk. And that'll be on the ground, 3-2. A weak performance by Rio, but he's only given up 2 runs. Struck him out, 1 out. His 3rd strikeout of the day. Strikeouts don't necessarily mean good. Walked in the 2nd inning. Here's Greg Gagne. 464. Think of that. On base plus slugging. And he's only hitting 171. That'll be outside, 1-1 with it out. Jose Rio trying to get a 1-2-3 going in this inning, and that'll be 1-2. Of course, he's got the leadoff hitter coming up. 1-2 with an out. High pop fly, and underneath, that's going to be an out, 2 outs. Barry Larkin with the catch. Dan Gladden, he's doing great today. 2-1 Minnesota, and that's going to be a strike. And Jose Rio, bottom of the 4th inning, and that'll be outside, 1-1. On the ground, Sabo to Asaski. That's the end of the 4th inning. We go to the 5th. The score, Minnesota 2, Cincinnati 1. That was a first 1-2-3. Asaski, O'Neill, and Durham. Here's Asaski, 0 for 1. A strikeout in the 2nd inning. The series, his only hit was a home run. So 2-1 Minnesota, top of the 5th inning. That'll open up with a strike. Frank Viola here in game number 3. Game number 3, this is really big. A swing and a miss now, 0-2. So balls and 2 strikes. Versaski, and that'll be fouled back. Top of the 5th inning, 2-1 Minnesota. The 0-2, 2-2. Frank Viola started off unbeatable. He gave up a home run, and then that's going to be on the ground. Gaetti to Urbach, and that'll be 1 out. 1 out here, and that's big. I want to try something. I want to see if it works. If you're watching now, hit the like button. If you're watching now, hit the like button. I want to see if that actually works. You know, some people I'm watching only says 1 like, and I have like 5 people watching. See, I always said that. I never ever say, oh, like, subscribe. You do it if you like it. You know, that's the one thing. If you like it, I'm not going to push you to do that. You know, if you like this stuff and you want to you'll naturally want to subscribe. People know how YouTube works. So that'll be fouled off. Sabo into the trash bags. Paul O'Neill, sorry. It'll be 2-1. People know how YouTube works. If they like it, they'll subscribe. It'll be 3-1. Leon Durham now on deck. 3-1. That's going to be a base hit. So O'Neill with 61 speed gets on.
Now back, designated hitter, Leon Durham.
And here's Leon 0 for 1. So Durham is 0 for 1. That's going to be a strike. So Durham has had a couple big hits, 1 on, 1 out here in the 5th. There'll be a ball outside, not the overpowering. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. In the last game, O'Neill. That's the thing with Cincinnati. They were blown away the first 3 innings. They're starting to get little by little by little and take the momentum away again. And outside 2-1. I've noticed that it's Minnesota who scores in spurts, and Cincinnati, who might start out terrible, but then they get momentum by the end. Game 1 was 3-0 Minnesota, ended up 3-2, with Cincinnati not scoring. Game 2 was 5-0 Cincinnati. And this will be high and deep to right field. This is back. And to the warning track and a catch. That's going to be 2 outs.
Now back, the catcher, Bo Diaz.
Here's Bo Diaz, 2 outs now. That's going to be an high ball 1. 0 for 2 with a walk. Bo Diaz. 1-0. That's going to be a strike, 1-1. 1-1. Be a swing and a miss there. Here we go. Down to their last strike. Viola trying to get Diaz can hit power. Oh, and he fouls out 1 off. 1-2. On the ground, should be it. They'll just go to first on that one. Gagne to Urbo, a little bit weirder than what you would have thought. And we go now to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1 Minnesota. Bottom of the 5th, Tommy Herr.
Leading off for the
Minnesota wants that extra insurance run.
Tommy Herr.
Jose Rio, that's going to be high ball 1, and Minnesota scores. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be because of a walk. Oh, he broke his bat. Sabo's going to get up, barehanded, and throw to first, and they get him. Sabo to Asaski. What a big play that was. Watch this. And Sabo right here, bare hand. Look at the play, unbelievable, yeah? Oh, right before, and here's Kirby. 2 for 2. And that's going to be a strike. Kirby with 2 singles, 1 out. Jose Rio, 81 pitches. Bottom of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss here, 0-2. I put the rice on and then the chicken in the 6th inning. There it is, the power is back on. So after this inning, I'm going to put the rice on. And then what I'm going to do is make the chicken. That's going to be outside, 1-2. One out, and that's going to be inside, 2-2. Kirby Puckett's 2 for 2 today with 1 out. 3-2. They got Ken Hrbek. The 3-2 with 1 out. Ball 4, and they walk him in. Kirby Puckett's on first. He's been unbelievable this World Series. He was terrible before it, and now he's good. Hrbek is 0 for 9. He has not 1 hit in this postseason. That's going to be a strike. 0 for 1. 1 out. And down low, it'll be 1-1. 2-1 Minnesota leads Cincinnati. And go back, Kirby Puckett. This is really big, the 1-1. That's going to be a strike, 1-2. 1-2 with 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Hrbek 0 for 9 in the series. And Rio, that's going to be outside, 2-2. 2-2. 3-2. Gaetti. He'll be on deck, the 3-2. They walked the guy that's 0 for 9 in the series. Rio is not making this easy on himself. And here's Gary Gaetti. He doubled in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 today. He wants to break out of his slump. 2 on with 1 out. Minnesota looking for the insurance. And that's going to be a first pitch strike. 8 RBI in the last 10 games. 2 doubles for Gaetti. The 0-1, low, 1-1 with 1 out. Jose Rio. 1-1, 2-1. He's lost control. You can tell it. 96 pitches. We're only in the bottom of the 5th inning. There they go. It's going to be a steal, a hit and run. They're going to score a couple runs on this. Well, 1 run. They had to go back. They're going to get 1 run out of this. And it is 3-1 Minnesota. Gary Gaetti gets a double. Jose Rio struggling. See, they had to switch. They didn't know whether it was going to be caught or not. And a double for Gary Gaetti. New pitcher, Norm Charlton. How about that? He's 6'3", 195. His first appearance in the playoffs. Norm Charlton. So here they go. Norm, bottom of the 5th inning, 3-1 Minnesota. A huge run at 3rd, down low, 1-0. Randy Bush is 1 for 2, a single and a run. Oh, this is so big. This is absolutely big. High pop fly. Is it going to be long enough? It will be. And Eric Davis will have it. They'll throw home, and he's got it. It's 4-1. Ken Hrbek scores. That's the walk. What did I tell you? If Minnesota was going to score, it would involve a walk. And there's 2 outs, and Gene Larkin. A single and a run. It's 4-1 now, Minnesota. So Larkin now, bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll be high, and fouled it off all the way into the stands. So big at the end of this, I'm going to go make Rice and get ready for the 6th inning. Swing and a miss there, 0-2 with 2 outs. Larkin now, the 0-2. That's going to be high pop fly. Davis will be underneath, and I'm going to make some Rice. We go to the 6th inning. Enjoy everything. Enjoy the stats. We'll be back. 4-1 Minnesota. And Waster will come up with line down to 3rd. We'll be back. All right, we're going to be here, and this is Ron Waster 0 for 1.
Number 16.
The 0-1, and that's going to be a strike. Yes, Ron Waster. 0 for 1, Ron Waster, and that's going to be on the ground. Easy picked up. Gagne to Urbeck, 1 out. Well, Minnesota scored again. It's 4-1, and it is one of those where it is just Cincinnati's got to get on the board in the next couple innings, or that's going to be Ed Viola, and he'll find his groove once he gets even an extended lead. He gave up a home run. Cincinnati looked a little good. Here's Kirby, and 2 outs. Two outs, and Chris Sabo blew out and grounded out. Top of the 6th inning, it'll be high ball 1. Minnesota 4, Cincinnati 1. It'll be fouled away, 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. 2-1. Sabo's 0 for 2 today, and that's going to be inside, 3-1. Daniels is on deck. They would love to walk 2 outs and get Daniels up, and that's going to be fouled away now, 3-2. They work the count here. It could be ball 4 coming up. Let's see. The 3-2 to Sabo, and struck him out. Oh, he would argue about that. He would. Laudner, Gagne, and Gladden. Oh, they're going to talk about it. 8th inning will be the chicken inning. But here's Tim Laudner, 0 for 2.
Number 15.
And Norm now. It'll be Laudner, and he's going to run. Let's see how far a 27 speed can go. There, Daniels to second, and Laudner was a terrible runner, and he almost got thrown out. And if they score this, that's probably going to be it. Watch Laudner. Yeah, he's not fast. Oh my goodness. That was not in slow motion either. 4-1 Minnesota. 1 on, nobody out, and that's going to be outside to Norm. And Norm throws to Gagne, and it'll be 1-0. 1 on, nobody out. Gagne's up, bottom of the 6th inning. That'll be 2-0. All over the strike zone tonight. The umpire, well, I don't know if it's consistent or not. There's been some unique ones. And that'll be on the ground. They'll move him to third. This will be Treadway to Osaski. No waster, sorry, and that'll be 1 out. A waster to Osaski. Here's Dan Gladden, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Minnesota gets this. That might be too much for Cincinnati. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, high to left field. Daniels will have it. They're going to try it. They're going to throw home. He's got him by a mile, and that ends the inning. Not even close. You have 27 speed. You ain't getting in. 10-2 in hits, but it's 4-1 Twins. Daniels now, top of the 7th inning. It's going to be outside ball 1. One and 0, and that's going to be a quick line drive. Caught 1 out. Bush with the catch. So Daniels, who hit a home run the last time he was up, he has one of the 2 hits on the day. Here's Eric Davis. Cincinnati's been really shut down by Frank Viola today. And here's Eric Davis, deep, deep, and Gladden with the catch. Here's Osaski. He hasn't done well. 4-1 Minnesota. Leading Cincinnati. They're taking turns blowing each other out. And that's going to be outside ball 1. Reardon and Portugal are warming up. Tonight, Texas and Nebraska, 2 of the best teams ever. And it's in the regular season. It'll be 2-0. Well, That'll be so big. Minnesota 4, Cincinnati 1. Nah, I think I'm going to do the All-Star game tonight. 3-0. Now be on the ground. You got to get the one league going. I can always do football. Football's fine. I can go forever on that. But the Creators Cup, I got to get done. 3-1, and that'll be knocked away. 3-2, top of the 7th inning. Nobody on. And Asaski's trying to get on somehow. And he swung at ball 4. Laudner to Urbeck, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, 4-1 Minnesota. This has been all their game. Tommy Herr, 1 for 3, a single and an RBI. Last game, it was Minnesota who was shut out with only 3 hits. That's going to be inside ball 1. So Tommy Herr will start off here in game 3. You expected them to win big in game 3 because of just the way it is. But once everybody settles down and they go to game 4, you're going to see a really competitive game. 3-0. Puckett is on deck. Bottom of the 7th inning. And they walked him on 4. So Charlton didn't want to do that, but here's Kirby. 2 singles, a run, and he has a walk. Ball 1. Oh, this is big to Kirby, who's 2 for 2 today. Bottom of the 7th, 1 on. Oh, they're going to steal. It's a hit and run. He's 3 for 3. Let's see. Daniels will throw it in. It's 1st and 3rd. Nobody out, and Norm Charlton is so close to letting this get out of hand. I'm surprised that wasn't a double. That was a hit and run. He was going. And now Ken Urbeck, even a double play, scores a run. And that's going to be a strike. Zyro 329, really good to see you. Zyro 329, very good. Glad to see you in here. Be 1-1 now. MV, good to see you. He's here. It isn't a game without Zyro 329. This might score a run. Oh, this will score a run. Eric Davis, that's 71 speed there. And it'll be 5-1. Oh, don't we have them? I think there's something in the water, really. When you have them, I have them, we all have them. Yeah, I know. It's just the way it is. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, 1 on for Gary Gaetti. It's 5-1 Minnesota. They've just owned this. Cincinnati has 6 outs to get 4 runs. And that's going to be a strike again, 0-2 with 1 out. I want to get out of here. Norm Charlton. Bottom of the 7th. We're going to put the chicken on after this inning. And that's going to be a strikeout. Gaetti losing focus. You don't want that to happen. And here's Randy Bush, 3 for 9.
The right fielder.
And Bush, that's going to be... I mean, they're throwing, but seriously. 2 outs now. Bottom of the 7th inning, and that's going to be a ball. A lot of pitches. Randy Bush is... going to be outside 2-0. 1 for 2 is Randy Bush, Norm Charlton. That's going to be a base hit, and let's see. They're not going to go to 3rd. Puckett, and his 63 speed will stay on 2nd.
Now back, the designated hitter, Gene Larkin.
Here's Gene Larkin, 1 for 3. That's going to be high and fouled it off. The 0-1 with 2 outs. Gene Larkin. Now to be fouled again. I mean, it's 5-1 Minnesota. If they get more runs, I mean, it's 4 now. Cincinnati's barely got a shot in the last 2 innings. That's going to score a run. It has to, and the throw home. It's going to be 6-1. This game's over. Charlton has given up 3 runs. And that is, oh, that's big. So Frank Williams will come in. Williams will come in. This will be game number 9. Laudner now, but Gene Larkin with another RBI. Larkin has been red hot.
Number 15.
And Frank Williams, it's 6-1, bottom of the 7th inning. Cincinnati 6 outs to make 5 runs. It'll be 1-1 with 2 outs. That's going to be fouled off. Oh. One, 2. Struck him out. We go to the 8th. Cyro 329. You picked a good day not to be around at 6-1 Minnesota. It's a blowout today. We go to the 8th. I'll be back in a minute. chicken time. I'm ready. Sorry about that. I have to make it. So here we go. 6-1, top of the 8th inning. Paul O'Neill. And he'll be in. Top of the 8th. It'll be ball 1. Well, Atherton and Portugal will start off. We knew that this was going to happen. You just knew that this was going to happen here. The 1-0. And that'll be outside. 2-0. You knew Minnesota was going to come out in their first game at home of 3 and just blow everyone away. Cincinnati will try and win the next one, game number 4. Get some momentum here, but Frank Viola was looking really good. It'll be 2-1. It's 91st pitch. That'll be on the ground. This is Gagne to Herbeck, and that's going to be 1 out.
Up next,
Leon Durham struck out and flew out. He has a World Series hit. Top of the 8th inning. That'll be down low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. Viola, and did he go? Yeah, he did. They're trying to expedite this process. 1-1 with 1 out. Leon trying to get on base. He wouldn't mind. It'll be 1-2. Viola's incredible. You never know. Minnesota really looked good early. Cincinnati came back a little bit in the 4th inning, and we're all like, oh, here's the momentum. But Minnesota now just absolutely blew them away, and that's going to be a strikeout. 2 outs. 9th strikeout for Viola. He's going to go for number 10. Bo Diaz, he's 0 for 2. He struck out and he grounded out. In the series, he's 1 for 8. I wish they had more broadcasting things like this. Wish they had more of that. That'll be a strike. 0-1. Diaz would like to get at least a double. They wanted to get at least 1 run to bring it into 1 swing of the bat. It'll be 1-1. 1-1 with 2 outs. I mean, they don't even lift the bat off their shoulders till 3 pitches in. 1-2 with 2 outs. And then they swing at that way outside, and that'll hit the trash can. The trash bags, a 1-2. 2 outs, 0 for 2. Bo Diaz. It'll be down below, 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs. 3-2. On Waster. 3-2.
Nope.
Ball 4, and they walk Diaz. Viola with 2 outs, and here's Waster. He lined out and grounded out. I mean, in baseball, you always have a pulse. You can score an infinite amount of runs tactically. There's no limit. Oh, that gets by, and Diaz is so slow that went to the backstop, and Bo Diaz didn't go. That's how slow he is. That'll foul off there, 1-2. That was one of the most incredible things. It goes right to the backstop, and Bo Diaz doesn't even take second. That'll be fouled off again. Waster. That's incredible. Struck him out, and they'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 Minnesota. 6-1. 6-1 Minnesota. Here's Greg Gagne now.
The shortstop, number 2.
So Williams again, that'll be 0-1. Honestly, if you're Cincinnati, you want to go 1-2-3 here. Minnesota's like, this is great. Bottom of the 8th, Minnesota might want to run. They might. As game 3 of this World Series is winding down, Minnesota's going to take this one. be on the ground to Saski. Right to Williams, 1 out. Saving John Franco.
Now batting, number 32.
Dan Gladden, 2 for 4, 2 singles and an RBI. I wonder if the Pirates would have won and played the Reds, what that series would have been like. I really think that it would have been an incredible series, and the Pirates could have won it. But they blew 4 to the Mets. They had a few chances. Gladden, and that is, and O'Neill can't come up with it.
The batter, the second baseman.
And now you go, Tommy Herr will come up. So here it is, Herr. 1 for 3. Oh, for the love of, seriously. 6-1, bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out. Here's Tommy. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. This is kind of the time right now, and that'll be down low, 1-1. So Frank Williams with 1 out. Cincinnati is 2-1. 2-1. Here's Williams. Oh. 2-1 with 1 out. That'll be 2-2. 2-2 with 1 out. And they're going to steal that. That's going to be something. 3-2. Gladden gets it anyway. And at 6-1, he steals second base in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 3-2. And they walk him, and there's going to be 2 on. So that steal really didn't mean anything in the long run. And here's Kirby, 3 singles and 2 runs he scored. But all 3 singles were off Jose Rio. No, they were somebody else. 10 Twins left on base, 2 for the Reds. It's 6-1, bottom of the 8th. High pop fly. And this is underneath. This will be 2 outs. Two outs, Ken Hrbek. A sacrifice fly last time he was up. There they go. It's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0, 6-1 Minnesota. And that's going to be a base hit. Are they going to try and run him home? They will. Daniels will throw home, and it's not even close. It's 7-1. So here's Gaetti now. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. That'll be fouled off, 0-1. I'm rolling my eyes here. Cincinnati wants to get out of this inning. It's 7-1, 2 strikes. Twins are about to leave 12 on base. And that's what happens. Give me a second. I got to check something. I'll be back for the 9th.
Your attention, please. Now,
right, so we go to the ninth inning. Had to check a couple things. Mark Portugal will be in, so they will not have a complete game, and that's going to be a strike. Cincinnati needs 6 here in the top of the ninth, and Portugal's had down 6 is waving somebody off, and that's going to be a strike. 0-2. It'll be 1-2. 1-2, and it'll be down below 2-2. That's going to be a base hit. So Larkin will be on first, and we're going to see how this inning goes. Here's Chris Sabo 0 for 3. Maybe it was all Viola in this game. That's going to be a strike. 0-1. That'll be down low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Down below. 1-2. Sabo's 0 for 3. If you get 2 on with nobody out, people are going to start raising a little bit of eyebrows. You're still down by 6. The 2-2. Nobody out, the 2-2. They strike him out, and he calls that one. And it's going to be 1 out. Here's Cal Daniels. It's going to be 1 out, 1 on, down by 6, Cincinnati. That's going to be high ball 1. Daniels would like to get on. If they get 2 on, you never know. That'll be fouled away. 1-1. Portugal now, I mean, not the best stuff in the world he has here. It'll be 2-1. Two and one with 1 out. On the ground and a base hit. There's going to be 2 on. Oh, they're going to get him at third. Maybe not. No, they don't. It's second and third now. Wow. You never know. All those extra runs that they got. Oh, here's Eric Davis. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a strike. Same thing, you know, an umpire missed a strike call if they immediately give the count. Davis, it's 0-2. You ever have that happen? You go to a high school baseball game, you're borderline strike, then immediately 1-2, 1-2. That's going to be underneath. Kirby Puckett will be close. He's going to make the catch. They're going to come home for no reason. It's 7-2. I mean, he's clapping good, but here's Keith Atherton. He'll be in. 2 outs. And here's Nick Esaski. They need base runners.
Number 22.
Top of the 9th inning, 2 outs. That's going to be a ball. 1-0. Bottom half of the lineup coming up, Esaski. That'll be fouled off. Cincinnati doing what they want, getting momentum for the next game. 2-1. 2-1. It'll be 2-2, a strike away from ending this game. Three and 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground should be it. Gagnon will throw to first, and they do it. Minnesota, 7-2 win. They win the game. They go up 2-1 here in the Metrodome. It was all Minnesota. It's all over the place. They blew out the Reds. They led them from the very beginning. There were times when it was possible Cincinnati looked like they had life. In the 4th and the 5th inning, and Minnesota came in and just shut them down, especially in the bottom of the 5th. Frank Viola the win. Jose Rio, a terrible day with the loss. Puckett looked good. Daniels looked good, but 2-1. Minnesota leads. Viola goes to 4-0. Rio to 1-2. 15-4 in hits. 15-4 in hits. It was a blowout, and it's 2-1 Minnesota. Dan Gladden, a good day there. That's going to be Cal Davis. Cal Daniels. Gaetti, a good day. Then the last out of the game. I don't know who that was. That was Gene Larkin. And then I don't know what the heck that was, but here we go. And that was Gagnon to Urbeck to end the game. Let's look really quickly. 7-2, a blowout for Minnesota. They get everything back here. Checking the box score in the game for Cincinnati. Daniels had 2 hits. Sabo had a donut. Davis a Sasky. Durham, Diaz, and Waster had donuts. The only walk for Diaz. 11 strikeouts, 1 walk. Home run Daniels. RBI Daniels and Davis. And sacrifice fly is Davis. That's it. Glenn had 3 hits. Puckett had 3 hits. Gaetti with 2. Bush had 2. Larkin with 2. Gaetti had 2 doubles. Laudner had a double. RBIs by Gladden. Urbeck had 2. Gaetti, Bush, and Larkin. They spread it all around. Sacrifice flies by Urbeck and Bush. Gladden is 1 for 2 in stealing bases. Jose Rio lost 1 for 2. All the runs today were earned. 4 runs on 9 hits. Rio gave up. Charlton, not a good day. Williams, not a good day. And for Minnesota, Viola went 8 innings, gave up 1 run on 2 hits. Portugal had trouble. Same thing in only 2/3 of an inning. And Atherton came in and finished the game. Well, Minnesota has a 2-1 series lead over Cincinnati. Ron Robinson against Alan Anderson. That'll be the next game. Have a great day. Cyro 329. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you for Game 4. Maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days from now.